It's time to set boundaries, okay? Welcome to the therapy chair. The chair that makes me feel like an intellectual. I need to actually stop rocking because I have things to talk about, okay? I know why you clicked on this video. You're tired of everyone in your life just walking all over you. That one person who is always knocking on your door who you can't possibly say no to. And it's draining you. You're pouring so much of yourself into other people's cups and you're being left with nothing to drink at the end. Listen, I've been there. I've been in positions where I felt powerless to say no in situations where I really didn't like what was being asked of me, whether it's a favor, whether it's just to do anything for a certain person. And I've also been in so many friendships where I would literally dread hanging out or even just talking to them. My heart would sink every time I saw them text, every time I saw them call, because I know at the end of that conversation, there's going to be a favor that is asked of me, and we both know I'm not going to be able to say no. Long story short, I had to make a change in my life, and I also had to get away from these people. You have to understand what must remain private. Stop talking about your love life, your finances, about other people that are getting on your nerves. Learn to cut the gossip. Not everyone needs to know the ins and outs of your life. Now, should you talk to people about these things, your love life, your finances, if you're struggling with something? Absolutely. Talk to someone that you can trust about these things. And, it will be good. It will be a good productive conversation. You'll get something off your chest. Great. I'm not saying be this lone wolf, this person that doesn't need anyone, because it's just not sustainable and it's not healthy. What I am saying is understand who fits into this category of someone that you trust. Because too many people, and I used to be the same, are prone to just telling anyone their business. People that they've just met. There needs to be a level of privacy in your life that not everyone needs to know these things, And if someone that you've just met is trying to insert themselves into your business, and maybe they're spilling some pretty crazy stuff, don't feel obliged to match their energy, to also start spilling things that later on you're gonna think, why did I say that to that person? If they're letting you into their business, sure, let them. That's their problem. But if they're gonna be like, oh, okay, so now what about you? What's yada yada? Just put them back in their place. It doesn't have to be anything personal. Just say, there's nothing going on in my life. It could be the biggest lie ever. You could be going through the craziest stuff, but you've just met this person. They don't need to know this, okay? What happened to stranger danger? Why am I seeing people in Instagram comments, on TikTok, spilling the intricacies of their life, spilling the most personal things just for some likes on a comment? Like, what is going on? What is happening? You don't want to be that person, okay? Digital footprint is a very real thing. And I want you to look at your relationships. Take a real close look and think, which of these have actually bettered your life? Pay close attention to what the situation is when you're hanging out. Are you having quality time? Are you doing things that you both genuinely enjoy? Or is this one of those friendships that you only ever see each other when you're having a night out, when you're getting drunk, and you couldn't even fathom hanging out with them in the day on a normal time when you're sober? Do you genuinely enjoy this person's company? And if the answer's no, it's time to snip snip. In a group, is this person making jokes at yours or other people's expense? Are they gossiping about other people? Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if they're gossiping about other people when they're around you, they're probably doing the same about you when they're around other people. And you know what we think about that. It's time to snip snip. Do you even like who you are around this person? Do they bring out the best in you, or do you feel like you're having to sink down to their level just to maintain a conversation? You know what I'm gonna say. Do it with me. Snip snip. You need to cut bad influences out of your life. Setting boundaries of what you're willing to tolerate, not what these people want to mold you into, is absolutely essential. If they react negatively to you setting a healthy boundary, let them react negatively. They're only reacting this way because you're putting yourself first. And they're losing access to someone who, let's be honest, they think they can leech off for the rest of eternity. If you tell someone that you're not comfortable with doing what they're asking of you, and their reaction is anything but, oh, that's okay, no problem, then I hate to break the news, but that person does not respect you. Setting a boundary should not start an argument. There's a level of selfishness that you need to exercise in order to be selfless to the right people. To the people that align with your energy, to the people that make you feel good when you're around them. They're the people that deserve your time, okay? It's not selfish to put these people that you genuinely like first. And it's definitely not selfish to put your own well-being and peace of mind first. And it's difficult to set these boundaries because the idea of losing this person is scary. The idea of being alone is a scary thought. But I want you to ask yourself, would you rather be alone, in peace, doing exactly what you want to do? Or would you rather be with this person who leaves you feeling so drained because you've just spent 3 hours hanging out with them and you weren't yourself? Not once, not for a single second. Because you're bending over backwards, trying to be this person that they want you to be, constantly talking about their problems, and you're never getting anything in return. I don't know about you, but I know exactly what I'm choosing every single time. At first, it may be scary to set these boundaries. That's okay. You're doing it for the first time. You're finally putting yourself first. Of course, it feels unfamiliar. You've let people walk all over you for so long that you've begun to feel powerless to say no. And I want to remind you that you are powerful. You can take these steps to put yourself first and protect your energy by standing up for yourself. You deserve to be surrounded by people who make you feel good, who make you feel happy. And you deserve to be surrounded by people who genuinely value you. Not what you can do for them, not the person that they can make you into, but you. Exactly who you are, without having to compromise at all, without fear of judgment, without fear of pleasing. The moment you start respecting your space, respecting your peace, and respecting yourself, is the moment that you will attract other people who do genuinely respect and value you as a person. And when this happens, which it will, by the way, you'll stop feeling like you have to let these people into your life who don't respect you. I understand that we're living in lonely times and we all want a shoulder to cry on sometimes, but trust me when I say this, you will be so much better off on your own than being surrounded by people who don't even respect you just so that you can tell yourself that you have friends. It's so much better to be alone than in bad company. It's time to put yourself first. Nothing else will do.
Don't force it. Like, for real. Don't force it. Don't try and hang with bad mind people you don't actually like. Don't try and business with people that are like mad negative and you don't even like their energies. See that one person? That one person that's always trying to put you down when other people are around, or make a joke out of your name, or try and have a joke on your behalf to feed their ego. Dust them out. Having no friends isn't a bad thing, you know. Being comfortable with your own company isn't a bad thing. Being an outsider just lets you see inside a little bit clearer. Not speaking too much lets you observe more. And the less you talk, the more people can assume. Some people talk too much. Irony, she says. But for real, people have too much to say. On Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Instagram story. And yes, I'm a hypocrite because I like to give people my opinion. But I'm never giving people my opinion to put other people down, you understand? Be secure in who you are as a person. Walk into a room and be secure with who you are, your energies, your opinion, your state of mind. That's who you are. Don't let other people tarnish it. It's a waste of time. I promise you that. 2017, I had to have a spring clean of all these people that like to be my acquaintances. If I haven't rang you in 2017, I don't business with you no more. I am who I am. And that's my choice, not yours. Jgrrey, 2 R's if you're nasty.